Well, good morning, warriors. Out here on a brisk, little bit windy Sunday morning, but it's still a beautiful day. Looking forward to getting the week started, but also looking forward to spending the rest of my time with family and doing some things for myself on this Sunday. And that's always hard to do, right? Doing things for yourself. So last week we talked about a little bit about how it was freeing for a person to face or address something that's been weighing on your mind, right? Like my story was with my dad. Almost slipped there. I'm gonna have to move over here a little bit. Yep, I'm gonna leave that on live video, me almost falling. Here comes a snowplow, so I'm also gonna leave this. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but it's right next to me, so there we go. So today a little bit about thinking outside the box, maybe stretching the boundaries a little bit, questioning things that maybe don't seem right, asking yourself what if. And I remember back to when I was an elementary school principal. It was only a couple of years into the principalship, and so maybe it was taking a risk for me a little bit, but a kid had gotten caught stealing food and taken double her share. It was a little girl. I don't remember what grade, maybe even third, fourth grade girl. And she had been caught. And so the lunch lady had talked to her a couple times and it didn't stop. And so I thought, well, you know, before I go and talk to this kid and perhaps issue a consequence, I'm gonna find out what's going on. So I tailed her, and one morning found her bringing up an extra tray. She snuck up these back stairs out of the cafeteria where we served breakfast. It was breakfast. And she was approaching this woman sitting on the stairs leading up to another hallway, another floor of our building. And it was her mother. Turned out it was her mother. Well, she was sneaking food, taking more than her share, up to her mother so that mom could eat. And so I said, why not? Why are we, this kid is not in trouble. This kid is trying to survive, and she's trying to help her mother survive and get a good meal. So what's the issue? What was my thinking outside the box? I had to really question, why are we going to consequence and take a look at this kid as perhaps a thief, which maybe some would have, and instead, how can we provide for this kid? How can we provide for her family? How can we provide for all families? And start looking at different ways of doing things, different ways of approaching kids and their families. So we started taking coffee with cream and sugar on a cart outside to all these waiting mothers as they dropped off their kids in the morning. It wasn't a meal, but it was something. It was saying, hey, we see you, we understand, we're here. And it just opened the doors of communication. So I challenge you to this week, think about something that maybe you don't quite understand. Maybe it's a practice that we are currently engaged in, and what don't you understand about it? And ask, what if? What if we looked at it this way? What if we approached it that way? What is something that we're doing because we've always done it? And is that okay? Because that's just accepting the status quo, and it might not be right. So, warriors, I'm looking forward to this week with you. I'm gonna focus on my walk back home so I don't slip and fall and need to call my wife for a ride. Have a great day.